So if you're off mountain bike riding at night, then here's a few tips that might help you on your way. Make sure you check your bike before you set off. Check your brake pads, check your cables, check your chain, check your brakes. Just make sure everything works. Last thing you want to do is get an hour down the trail and then realise that your bike doesn't actually work. Tip 2, like your parents always said, make sure somebody knows where you are, where you're going and what time you're expected back. Sounds daft, but it's always good to let somebody know, and then they can check up on you. Tip 3, related to that, use some tracking software. Check out Strava Beacon, Garmin Live Track, or even WhatsApp. There'll be another video coming on WhatsApp tracking soon. Tip number 4, make sure you've got a phone with you. Make sure it's charged before you set off. And here's the most important thing, keep it close. Mine's in here, in this pocket, the breast pocket. And that way, if I have an accident, touch wood, that won't happen. But if I do have an accident, then I could just reach it and get it out. If it's in my bag and I have an accident, I might struggle to get hold of that. Tip number 5, use your lights, as I've said before, sparingly. You've got one in your bars, one in your helmet. Just make sure you use them. You don't have them on full blast all the time. Keep them on low if you don't need them. If you're going on some technical descent or climb, then use them both. Use them alternatively, unless you're descending again, put them both on, you'll get maximum battery life out of them then. Tip number 6, I know I said 5, but 6 is always a good one. Have a spare pair of gloves and an extra outer layer in your bag. There's no weight penalty really. A pair of gloves and a cheap jacket maybe, or any jacket is going to weigh, I don't know, 800 grams at that. It's worth having when you need it. Tip number 8, make sure you've got something to eat in your bag. If you get stuck or you get cold, or if you have an accident or anything like that, all you need to do is maybe grab something out, have something to eat, and it might just spur you on last minutes. Tip 9, get some work gloves in your bag. If your hands get super cold, they're really good to put under your gloves and keep your hands warm for the last few minutes. Or if you need them to fix something, your hands are not going to get wet and mucky, and then just put them in your bag and bin them when you get home. Finally, tip number 10, can't remember what tip number 10 is, but I did have a tip number 10. Make sure you've got all the kit you need in your bag. Pump, even if you're tubeless, take a spare tube. You might have a tubeless repair kit, but 50% of the time they don't even work. So there's a few quick tips for night riding. I'm about to do a descent down here to enjoy the view. It's a bit snowy today. I'm on the e-bike. I do have a bracket for this light that fits on all my bikes, so I can just chop and change between everyone. My rear light, by the way, in case you're wondering, was from China. AliExpress, it cost me £4. All right, happy riding, be safe. I'll see you on the trails.